What's up, you cowards? It's back. We're back. We're fucking back. Fuck, I fucked up because, I thought I was recording. So I did one of the quests already, as you can see by the duty list. It was right here. Like, we're around where I'm standing right now is a destination point that you interact with, and then it'll summon a monster, and you fight the monster. Oops, wrong way. But yeah, so it's like around here. That's one of them. And I defeated it without realizing I wasn't recording. But that's fine, because we have 2 more anyways. Oh, no sin eaters from that one. Okay, the last one's over there. Cool. Ah, there we go. Okay, that's the last one. So we can head back now. There she is! Our daughter. Baby. How did you fare? Wait a second, did she grow taller, or is that just me? Cause, oh no, she's almost my height. Oh boy. I thought there might be 1 or 2 lurking in the fringes. Nothing out of the ordinary for this area. I expect you notice it yourself, but individually, these lesser sin eaters are no more deadly than the natural predator you might encounter in the desert. It's when they appear in numbers that they pose a threat. Much like the void scent, they have an unfortunate tendency to flock to the strongest of their kind. Thus, when a powerful sin eater goes on the hunt, it might be attended by a veritable swarm of weaker kin. Imagine an army of such creatures descending on a village or hamlet. That's the basic idea behind my patrols, to cull their ranks often enough that their numbers won't be overwhelming when the big ones come out to play. And you've certainly helped on that front. Let's report our victories to Tesleen, shall we? Alright. Alize tells me you helped out on her patrol. You have our thanks, and my apologies for leading you from one battle to another ever since the moment we met. In any case, I'm glad to see the two of you found each other. You have no idea how badly Alize has missed your company. Everything is always, if Atelios was here, he would... That's an exaggeration, and I don't sound like that either. I was simply trying to view matters from another perspective, and I respect Atelios' methods. Aww! Honestly, after seeing him in action, I can understand why. The way he leaps into the fray without hesitation, it really is something to behold. I might be a little smitten myself. Freaking Alize. I'm only teasing, though I've no doubt he deserves all the admiration he gets, just as you do. Aww, baby. A purchase of fruit. I'd love to lay out a welcome meal, but the duties I put off when I went to the market are still waiting for me. There are 101 things that need doing. I'm sorry, but would you mind waiting here with Alize? What, and twiddle our thumbs while you work yourself to death? Surely there is something we can help you with. Yeah, like, come on, let us help out. I could do with a hand, that's true. Thank you. You can start by helping me sort out the larder, Alize. While we do that, could you tend to a few patients, perhaps? There are 3 in particular I mean to visit. It's just a matter of saying a few words to them and seeing that their skin isn't caked in sand. Their names are Pano, Todin, and Halric. They may not give much in a way of response, but I promise they'll be pleased to meet someone new. Aww. Aww, I'm so fucking sad. They're all here. Thank you. Totten glances up at you blankly, but you notice the tension in his face ease slightly. Aww. Wait, dude, this is a kid! Ulrich remains utterly still as you wipe the sand from his cheek. The texture of his skin has hardened into something akin to plaster. Oh. That's so sad. Dude. Oh! It's a baby! It's a baby red mage. You've seen to the patients then. How were they? Good. That's good. I knew they would enjoy meeting you. I am concerned about Halric, though. I'll have to speak with the other carers, but I think his time may be near. We shall leave you to have that discussion then. I was going to take Atelios to Mortsuk if you have any errands there that need doing. Well, I suppose there is one thing. Would you pick up a nectarine from the markets, please? Gassard's caravan just passed through, so Ronron should have some fresh fruit. Come then, Atelios, there's something I want you to see. Right after we stop at Ronron's stall, of course. Alright. Sounds good to me. I should probably accept these quests, shouldn't I? Because it's gonna be there. Yeah, I'll do it. Alright. Psst, do you have a moment? Please keep it to yourself, but one of my men has been acting strangely of sort. Or as of late. As I'm sure you can appreciate, there are certain things that the guards here, myself included, may not wish to discuss openly. I hope that you, as an outsider, may be able to find out what's troubling him. He currently is stationed a short distance south of here. If you could lend him your ear, I'd be most grateful. Alright, where's the other quest? Alright. Oh, there's a lot, actually. Alright, we'll take all of them and then do them. Looking for work by any chance? I'm supposed to be draining water out of plants with these siphons, but I could use some help. As you probably noticed, the whole area is lousy with all sorts of hostile creatures, which means this is not the job for a faint of heart. I'd be fine if siphoning the water didn't take so long. While I'm waiting, I'm easy prey. If you could go in my place, I'll see that you're properly rewarded. Alright. This one. You're one of Alize's friends, aren't you? I hear you lot have a knack for putting down troublesome beasts. Yeah, basically. I'm not sure if that includes the supernatural, but walking courses known as gillmen have been running amok outside the south entrance. They grab anyone who wanders too close and drag them under the sand. Yikes. I almost fell victim to them myself, and I was lucky to escape. Thing is, I dropped my mother's pendant as I fled, and I'll do anything to get it back. She was a patient here, you see, and that's all I have to remember her by. Luckily, we found the enchanted darts shot from the blowgun send the gillmen back to whichever hell they crawled from. My plan is to rush in, grab the pendant while you shoot those undead beasts from a distance. So, will you help me? Sure. I knew you would. Come on, let's get this over with. Alright, and then last side quest. Okay. Excuse me, but I was wondering if you could help. One of the merchants from Mortsuk is on his way, bringing much needed supplies. The problem is, the wares we are offering in exchange have yet to arrive. If it were anyone else, they could be persuaded to wait, but this particular Mord has a reputation for being extremely impatient. He has ever been known to call off deals over the smallest of quibbles. I'd be grateful if you could find out what's causing this delay. While you search for the porter, I'll try to buy some time. Many thanks. The delivery is expected to come from the southwest. Godspeed. Alright. We'll do those because they're here. Yeah. interesting. Oh, interesting that tells you, like, where this location is. There he is. I'm fairly certain I dropped the pendant by those ruins over there. As soon as I found it, I'll race back to the inn. In the meantime, I'll need you to keep the Gilman off my back. Here goes nothing. Okay, you may move the camera, target the Gilman, okay. Wait, what? Nice. I'm a good shot. Alright, so that's done with. Now we need, what is the one down here? Like tons of bricks. Search for the belated porter? Yeah. It's down here. Oh, okay, it won't let me go that way. Sure. Oh, there they are. Ah, sorry, didn't see you there. Is there something you want? Wilfred sent you? Bloody hells, am I that far behind schedule? Anyway, these sacks contain half of our deal. Well, maybe a bit more than that. I got carried away and brought too much to carry by myself. It's a miracle I made it this far. Do you think you could help me cover the last stretch of the journey? Not far to go now, and these things are heavy, so watch your back. Remember, bend at the knees. Okay. You'll have 60 seconds. Should you fail, return to the starting location and bring in a new, which will sap your strength. Okay. I have 60 seconds, right? Oh, I can't sprint. No! Nope. Nope. Oh, look at our character carrying things. That's so cool. Here we are. Late. If your friend did not pour such delicious tea, I would have taken my wares back to Morzuk. Next time you won't be so lucky. Wow. That was a near thing if I ever saw one. I dread to think what we'd do without those supplies. Although I must say, I didn't expect that you would end up carrying the goods here yourself. That sack was full of adobe bricks, you know. Considering they're only made from clay mixed with water and straw, they last an incredibly long time. Even those excavated from the ruins are still perfectly adequate for building work. In fact, Mord planned to use them in repairing their windmills. Sure, still, bricks are bricks, far from the easiest thing to carry over long distances. Perhaps next time we'll send more than one person to transport them. Now that I think about it, this whole thing was very poorly planned. We're lucky we had you to help us on this occasion. Hopefully it won't happen again. Yeah, that's a big yikes. Alright. Haha, I don't think they liked that very much, did they? And best of all, I got the pendant. Do you know, I've never seen such a fine aim with a blowgun. The secret, though, lies in the darts. They were excavated from the ruins of Nabith Arang. According to the historians, those same darts were used by the Nabith to destroy Gilman all those years ago. There was a whole stockpile of the things, in fact. Anyway, that's enough about ancient history for one day. More importantly, I'd like to thank you for all you've done. Please, accept this as thanks, and give Alize my regards. Alright. Awesome. Now we have two other things, succulent secretions and absent without leave. So, let's go do those real quick. I've been shirking my duties of taking on side quests because, yeah, they definitely do help, probably. So I should probably do them. Also, cool dialogue and interesting stories and stuff. What brings you all the way out here? So, you've been talking to Renwick. Well, if you must know, I was thinking about leaving this place. It was all getting too much for me, and I felt like I was losing my mind one day at a time. Me and one of the others were planning on making a clean break, putting the inn behind us. But after seeing you and Alize, I changed my mind. I'm staying here, at least for the time being. Could you give a message for my friend? He's the one I was gonna run away with. A Gulgent champ. I'm not sure. A chap. I'm not sure where exactly he'll be, but the watchman southeast of the inn should know. Tell him I'm staying. I'd go myself, but I can't abandon my post. Please, I've gotta let him know. Alright. So there is a thing over here. Yo, look at that. Okay, yeah, it won't let me jump. Fields of Amber. Wow, dude. Shit. Oh wow, when he said it took a long time. Yeah, he wasn't kidding. Alright. And now the last thing we need is to go over there. And let's see if we can make it over there first. There he is. Alright. Gulgent bloke on patrol? You've just missed him, I'm afraid. Said he wanted a breath of fresh air, so he went for a stroll. I tried telling him there's no air fresher than it is here, but would he listen? Woody bollocks. Anyway, last I saw, he was headed north. Oh boy. North, huh? Alright. No. Ooh. You leave me and my cat alone. Oh, yikes. Oh, thread the needle. Buddy. Buddy, you good? I remember you. One of Alize's friends. Staying? I thought so. That's why I left by myself. Reckon I'd get a bit further before being attacked by beasts, though. Just my bloody luck. Can you tell him I went alone? That I got away? Wouldn't want him to blame himself. It's my own fault. He was set on staying, but I talked him into leaving. I should have listened. Aww. Buddy. That sucks. It really does. Whoops. My bad, my bad. Also, if you notice, like the gameplay not as crystal clear as it was like in the past few Let's Plays, it's because, yeah, first of all, the recording program I'm using isn't that great. It's not like Adobe or anything. It's not like professional. It's not Ubisoft or any of those things. But it's something that can actually run. Whew, that was a yawn. All right. So yeah, gameplay is, yeah, it's not great. It's not great. Not until for a while, because I don't have money to afford like monthly payments of like $90 or something for good recording products. So, did you give him the message? He's gone. He left Emerang by himself. I don't... He left by himself. Well, I'm glad he didn't stay on my account. I wouldn't want to hold him back from finding a new life elsewhere. Still, I stand by my decision. It was the right thing to do. I know it. Come to think of it, Renrick is probably wondering what's going on. If it's not too much to ask, would you mind speaking with him? Is that a person on a fat cat mount? Oh my god, it is. Look at the baby go! Also, I have a feeling that I'm gonna be lagging a lot more since it's in the Shadowbringers areas, and there's a lot of people in these areas. Finished already? Yeah. Oh my god, it's gonna be so much lag. Oh well. Very impressive. Are you sure you haven't done this before? Now, you might be wondering why we'd go through the effort of siphoning from plants. There are easier ways to get water after all. Well, the stuff has a certain sweetness that comes in handy when making medicines. They tend to taste quite bitter, so this takes the edge off. Not that it makes the treatments any more effective, but the patients certainly seem to appreciate it. Yeah, for thanks. Hey, we got caramels. Heck yeah. Alright, let's speak to Renrick. Is that so? It is better than both of them being killed. We should be thankful for small mercies. In any case, I appreciate what you have done for us. Alright, so we need to go back to that place. And I wonder if I have a... Hold on, hire in a minor pro... One sock. Yes. I want to see what this looks like. Look at that! Oh my god, can we get this thing as a mount? I want an Amaro mount. That's so cool. Look at it. It's a good boy. Oh, look at it go. Alright. So we need to speak with Ron, which is over here. Yep. Ah, there's Alize. Alize. Oh, back again, are you? You need another taste of Ron's wares? No. Actually, we're looking to buy a nectarine. Do you have any stock? Do you have any in stock? Oh yes, nectarines, peaches, grapes, fresh and juicy. Given how richly you cracked your coin purse with me, I might still owe you food. Here, take this one, free of charge. Thank you. Gods, I've never seen a moored merchant give away something for nothing before. How much coin did you spend here? Oh yes, I'll take a jar of honeyed worms as well. Oh no, they're not for me. It's an offering of sorts. Okay, I was gonna be like... Oh. The worms, if you please. Only the best regulars for you. Come again, my friends. Right, that's our shopping chores taken care of. Let's head up past the Aetherite to the main tower. The view I want to show you can only be seen from its very top. Ooh. Alright. Here are your precious worms. That buys us a trip to the top of the tower, does it not? Glazed regulars, you actually brought them. I really shouldn't let you, but just this once, alright? Only once. Never fails. Shall we? Oh my god, Alize knows how to get this shit, dude.
Look, over there, where the wall is broken. Do you see what lies beyond?
Oh my god.
That's what the land became after the light flooded in. An empty white nothingness. Life cannot exist in such conditions. The primordial light would wreak havoc on the body's etheric balance. That nectarine you bought, it's Halric's favorite fruit.
Oh.
Most of the patients, Halric included, survived the attacks of powerful eaters. But their fate was sealed all the same. The monster's corruption has entered their bodies, and their very essence is being subsumed by light. The twisted state of the world itself just makes matters worse. Under normal circumstances, a person's ether naturally tends to equilibrium. But for these poor souls, the opposite is true. Sooner or later, every single one of them will turn. Tesleen and the patients, they all know this. They know what has to be done before the change goes too far, before the eater within takes over. The preferred method is mixing poison into their favorite food. In my time here, I've borne witness to a lot of last meals.
Oh, shit.
I feel just as helpless as before. No matter how hard I fight, it's never enough. But it's a war I mean to wage, nonetheless. Speaking of wars, do you remember how I made you promise not to leave me and then promptly collapsed?
Oh my gosh, she actually fucking brought it up.
Well, let's just say I had a few choice words for the Exarch concerning the timing of his summons.
Oh my god.
But even if the fault lay with someone else, I couldn't shake the feeling that I'd abandon you on the battlefield.
Don't worry so much about it. It's completely fine.
So I swore that I'd make up for my absence there by making a difference here. And that's what keeps me moving forward, even when things seem hopeless. On which note, it's time we headed back. The longer we keep Tesleen waiting, the harder this will be for her.
Alright. That's so sad. What the fuck? I'm glad I was able to show you that. When it comes to understanding the catastrophe which befell the first, one glimpse at the empty wasteland beyond the wall is more than an hour of Urianger's lecturing. And I needed you to know, beyond a doubt, that Tesleen has no other choice. The nectarine will be a kindness. It isn't just the threat posed to others. When a person becomes an eater, the pain appears to be excruciating. The carers are truly fond of their wards and would spare them that suffering. It is their way of fighting back against the fate worse than death. Oh. That's really sad. But it kind of like puts a perspective on like what would happen basically to our world should, you know, should we have kept going on the path that we were taking. You know, like if we had continued to fight constantly for light, basically what happened to this world would have happened to ours, and then it would have just been another star, you know, taken over by the primordial light. But yeah, like we need an equilibrium. And I wonder just how we're gonna do that. Like, how are we gonna bring back the darkness, you know, basically? Like I like the, oh my god, the Crystal Exarch basically said, was it the Crystal Exarch or was it somebody else, or your Stola? Basically, somebody said that by defeating the Sin Eaters, it would restore the dark or something, and I don't know how that's gonna work. But whatever. You're back. I hope you had a nice time. Did you manage to find a nectarine? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Alize's explained why I wanted this, hasn't she? I can see it in your eyes. But we may not need it just yet. I spoke with the others and we've decided to keep an eye on Haurik for now. Thanks to you though, if his time does suddenly come, we'll be ready to send him on his way with a taste of happier days. Aww. The time left to us. Well, nothing's gonna happen for a little while yet, so let's see if we can't lighten the mood. We don't want our gloomy faces worrying the patients. I think it's time for that welcome meal, don't you? Take a seat and I'll make us a nice stew. Ooh.
Speak up if you'd like another helping. I made a little bit more than usual today.
And you've added something special to the broth, if I'm not mistaken.
Aye, well, it's not often we have visitors from the Crystarium, so I may have thrown in a few extra bits and bobs.
Aww. You needn't have gone to the trouble. You shouldn't have.
Oh, it's nothing, really. And we do so rarely have guests. In a place like this, you learn to take what moments of happiness you can get. I remember when I first came here with my mother. She was showing the early signs. I knew there was no way to save her, but I just couldn't face what needed to be done. That's the way of it for most people. Why they travel from arms to stay here. Beaten, broken souls come to wait out the inevitable, to receive the mercy of a painless death. When my mother finally left this world, I was mad with grief, but also thankful that her passing was a peaceful one. It's never easy, ending a life you've cared for, even when you believe they go on to a better place. I often find myself wishing the Warrior of Darkness would come and do that part for me.
The Warrior of Darkness?
You've never heard the tale? I'm not sure where it began, but every child in Norvrant could tell you a version of it. Warrior of Darkness, servant of death, take care of our souls at our dying breath. Let sinners and eaters of sin go with thee, that all may return to the sunless sea. Well, that's the version I was taught anyway. It's just an old bedtime story. He's certainly never deigned to visit us here.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Which is a good thing, surely. He sounds rather ominous.
Do you think so? I always liked the idea that he treated every soul the same, even the Sin Eaters.
They're coming.
Desleen! Have you seen Halric? I swear, I only took my eyes off him for a moment.
Oh no. Oh no! Atelius, Alize, we have to go look for Halric. I don't know what's gotten into him, but he's wandered out there alone. We'll assign each areas and split up. Any idea where he might be headed? No, he's never done anything like this before. But it can't be a coincidence that the other patients are suddenly so agitated. They can sense something. In any case, let's keep the search close to the inn. Halric isn't very sure on his feet, so he won't have gone far. I'll search the east side. Please, Halric, please be alright. I'll cover the north and west then. You take everything from here to the south. Alright? Alright. Let's look around. See if we can spot anything. You see no sign of Halric. Maybe he went further west. Alright. Let's check west. Swear to God, this kid. Very spoopy looking. The fact that his face basically is like has become almost as like still as like plaster or like porcelain. That ooh. It's not good. I hate porcelain dolls. So just anything with like a porcelain face, I'm like, oh no. I don't know about that one, Chief. You scan your surroundings in search of Halric and suddenly find yourself under attack. Wait, what? Ooh, hello there. Okay, so he's not over here. Alright. Continue searching for Halric. Oops, sorry. I just like slammed my mic.
Any sign of him?
No.
No luck then. But he surely can't have gone far. We should keep looking. The Sin Eaters are out in force, and if we don't find him soon, you can be sure they will.
Oh, speaking of Sin Eaters. That's a big one.
Did you see the size of that thing? It must be one of the nasty ones. Wherever it's going, it can only mean trouble. After it!
There it is!
Oh boy.
Oh no! Halric!
Tasleen! Oh
We
my god.
have to run!
Oh my gosh, she's so badass. No!
Tesleen! No! We all deserve happiness. Wherever we can find it.
What the fuck? We
The
only...
time left to you is precious. No one should die in pain. Mother, I...
Oh no. Oh my god. Yo, what the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, what the fuck is that? Oh my god!
No, 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 no!
Forgive me, Alice.
I am not okay after that. It's like barely um like barely an hour or something into the entire game and like wow, we already alright, we already fucking do that. Alright. God. I'm sorry, Atelios. I tried to tell the carers what happened, but I can't be the shoulder they lean on. Not like this. It's just so unfair. Tasleen was always so cheery with the patients, telling them not to be scared, that there wouldn't be any pain. Of all the people in the world to suffer such a fate. It's always like not the good ones, but it's always the people who are like so like nice to everyone, the generous people, the kind-hearted people that like always end up like suffering the most apparently. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I imagine you're just as shocked as the rest of us, so I appreciate what you're doing here. Me? I don't have the words. Without a body, we can't even give her a proper burial. And she cared about that sort of thing. about giving people the chance to say their goodbyes. Halric is as unresponsive as ever. He stands motionless, staring up into the sky where the Sin Eaters made their escape. What do you say? Thank you. What you're doing, it means a lot to them. To me. Sorry to interrupt. We realized we hadn't thanked you for rescuing Halric. You weren't hurt at all, were you? Hurt? There wasn't even a fight. I was too late, too slow, and I thought I could protect you. You can't blame yourself for things beyond your control. You brought Halric back safe and sound. No one could have done any more. I'm sorry, but I've come to a decision. I won't be continuing my role here. I hope you'll forgive me for leaving you, and that you will delay Halric's last meal for as long as you possibly can. Not until it's too late, of course, just give him what time you can. We always do. Of course, she would have done the same. Farewell, Halric. Keep Teslin's words close to your heart. Wait, you're leaving this very moment? I understand how you must feel, but surely this is a bit hasty. Do you even have anywhere to go? I have a destination in mind, yes, and a purpose. This damned light, building without cease, it's the reason we can't save those corrupted by the Eaters. But what if we corrected the balance? Even if it were only a little, even if it took years, it would surely make things better. Now hold on there, everyone knows there's too much light, but how could you ever hope to get rid of it? You'll have to change the whole world. That's right. We should return to the Crystarium. I may not be able to repel the Eaters on my own, but I can still use the skills I've gained here to hurt them. Oh, we have to meet her there? Oof. Ow! My leg. Wow. Oh my god. My emotions. Absolutely wrecked. We'll end the episode here because it's reaching that 50-minute mark, and wow, I need time to just kind of like gather my thoughts, kind of. So I'm gonna end the episode here. And I know that I realized that I made that warning in the first episode, and I haven't really done or said anything that's like hugely different, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Anyways, take care. Be safe.